who is the best fit for this opportunity? Now, number one, lowest hanging fruit, I've addressed people who are in the industry already. It's going to be people who are in the merchant processing business and who are already reselling merchant services and card processing. Now, there's a couple of things that I'm going to be able to provide to people in the industry that they're not getting currently right now. Number one is going to be access to products. So through my partnership, we have so many different products available to us, and whether it be different POS systems, different backend systems, we have access to basically everything. So you may be out there and focus on 10, 30, maybe 80% of what the industry has to offer, but I'm going to be able to offer that entire chunk and be able to bring everything in so you have the best possible chance of actually increasing your revenue and being able to offer better products to clients. Maybe the ones you have right now that you can get switched over, or definitely future ones who are coming in. Now let's talk about support. I was absolutely blown away by the stats and the team that I met when I was out in Dubai and what they actually have to offer for people who come into the business. These guys are absolutely industry leaders and just titans top down. Now, when I say support, we have access to near unlimited resources available to us to make sure that any deal that we're looking to push through is going to go through, and we have all the resources at our disposal to make sure nothing is off the table. Now, another thing is, my background and expertise is in advertising and scaling up based on leads, and I can certainly offer that in this business as well. So access to higher quality leads in the business, so you can actually get access to higher quality clients, higher level processing, and businesses that are looking to get started right now. They just need somebody to talk to. Commission wise, obviously I have access to the lowest rates in the industry, which is best for both of us because whatever rate you're able to offer clients right now, based on the margin you need built in for that deal to make sense for you, we have even lower rates than what you're getting access to. Whether you are an individual agent or you have an agency that you have, you could have hundreds of people on your team, and I can still offer a better rate for you to get a higher override, or be able to offer your team to get a higher commission on their sales as well. Now, the second person who's a good fit for this opportunity is going to be anybody who's a business owner right now. Now, like I said in one of the previous videos, business owners know business owners. So not only can you implement this into your business, but you can be a great case study for other people in your network for a service that they can implement as well. So whether you own a business right now, or whether you work with businesses on a daily basis, whether it be in B2B sales or service delivery, if you're an advertiser or a marketer, it's a perfect complement. It's a way that you can put money back into your clients' pockets and people who you're interacting with, but also you can reinvest it back into your services if you're like an advertiser, for example, or if you do service delivery for clients, right? So you save a business owner $5,000 a month, you can now encourage that business owner to put that money back into growth if that's the thing that you're doing for them, or put it into their social media, or point it in the direction that you're helping their business grow in. So you're fueling, you're really stoking the fire there. And if you're in business right now or you're working with business owners, it's increasing your revenue per client. So no matter how much you're making with them right now, you're going to be able to increase that by a small margin, possibly by a big margin, depending on the account, on how much you're actually making from that client. Now, finally, anybody who has a network of business owners right now. So whether it's friends and family, whether it's somebody who who's very plugged in with business owners, if you're just a social butterfly, you just go up and talk to everybody, if you're always going to networking events, or if you're just simply interested in applying your abilities of approaching people and having conversations to now kind of shifting it. Where now when you're asking people, hey, what do you do for a living? If somebody mentions that they're in business, you can say, well, cool, I actually work with a company that, helps business owners lower their fees down to zero. And we offer, the best products, and we'll go into that sales pitch a little bit later on, but you can start to paint that picture. And if that person bites, great. Or, you stay in communication and you just kind of, offer, maybe a review and some of those things later in the future. right? So anybody who kind of fits into that profile is a good fit for it. But also, somebody who is very sociable. Every single day we're interacting with the business on some level. When you go to the coffee shop, when you go to get your hair done or your nails done, when you are buying products or services, everything has to do with processing payments in a business, going to a restaurant, etc. So it's very easy to integrate this into your daily life, but also without it, coming across like super pushy or like being very salesy in very many instances, because you're not trying to force a sale. You're just having a conversation with that business owner and potentially touching on a pain point that they're experiencing. And anybody who's really looking for any sort of residual income with minimal effort, this is a very, very good industry to do that, because like I said before, there is some upfront work to get somebody in the door and actually get them to start processing and getting on board with us. But once that's done, you're mainly hands off, unless you're continually going out and you're searching for more deals and you're talking to more people in your network. Once you do this one time and you have that upfront conversation and somebody gets onboarded, whether that takes 5 hours of your time or 50 hours of your time, you're now making consistent monthly residual income for as long as that person stays in business. So if somebody stays in business for the next 10 years, and you're making $500 a month off that account, then $500, you're making $6,000 a year. You just made $60,000 over a 10-year period off of 10 hours of your time potentially. So really, once you amortize the growth of that account over that time period, you spent 10 hours and made $60,000 over 10 years, which means you made $6,000 per hour. Now, obviously, you're not, taking that math and thinking, oh, I'm going to make $6,000 an hour, basically starting now. But every single account is going to be a little bit different. Some of them are going to be a bit lower in commission, some of them higher commission, just depending on what rates they have now. But we're guaranteed to lower anybody's rate, and we can always, and we work with all those ways on how we're going to do that to offer the best value for that client. So anybody who is in the industry right now, anybody who's a business owner or works with business owners, anybody who has a network or is looking to network with people who are in business, as well as anybody looking to grow a residual income, will be the best fit for this opportunity. Now, if you don't find yourself in any of these buckets, that's fine. Keep this in mind. I'm not going anywhere. Kings of Cash Flow isn't going anywhere. The actual payment processing company that I started is not going anywhere. Just keep this in mind, and whenever you run into an opportunity that you're like, hey, I actually know somebody who does this, you now know where to point them, and you now found yourself a way that you can start making residual income based on just one single connection. So this is who's best fit for the opportunity, as well as who's maybe the best fit to keep it in mind for future business. And look forward to seeing you in the next video.